So this channel kind of was founded on league news, and I normally just, if he's at work, I'll normally just do the league news myself just to get it out to you guys, right? All right. So Rick Fox news: racism accusations. Esports team for Echo Fox. So I could read the whole article, or he could just detail it to you. So which one you want to do?
I mean, I can link in the description, but I'll give a general overview. Essentially, what happened is, as most teams have investors, one of the main investors was messaging. He was messaging the what's his name, Rick Fox.
They were disputing something about money.
Yeah, and he started messaging him, calling him the N word, and none of the all of the other investors and all those people were aware that this was happening. No one stepped in, let this keep happening. There was no repercussions for it, so he ended up stepping down from the organization because of these things, and I think that comes to light of, honestly, there's no reason that should have happened. It's a really big scar on the community because there's absolutely no reason somebody should get away with that so easily. I mean, it's a stupid thing, man. No one, not a single person commented on it. Even if you don't like, even if you're one of those people who doesn't care too much about it, there's no. It's a professional setting. There's absolutely no reason you should be talking to your boss.
Who's paying you?
Well, I don't know if he's paying him. He's just giving him the ability to have what's it called in it, having some sort of say in the company. There's no reason you should be messaging him over a dispute like that. That's childish. And there's no reason the other people shouldn't have stepped in and said, you can't keep talking like that. It's insane to me that they would just let this keep happening until it came to the point where he just left.
Former NBA star Rick Fox is leaving the esports team he owns, Echo Fox, after accusing a shareholder of an abhorrent display of pure racism and making threats to his family, according to an email obtained by Dextro. Echo Fox has confirmed the incidents of racism, verifying the account in Fox's email, and the authoritative body over North America's League of Legends esports team investigating the allegations. Here's how Echo Fox explains the situation. It's just probably a bunch of PR stuff in general, but let's see how I can go with this. When I heard he told me this, this is the reason why I didn't actually do the video on my own, because I was very, very mad. I was like, Rick Fox comes into League, he tries to really build it up. He's kind of probably one of the more proprietors as to the reason why the League got to a franchise model, because he brought in, his knowledge of traditional sports.
You mean he's one of the biggest, the first pioneers into driving the franchising system into the league.
You saw how he was able. You saw how he loved esports after his son was playing World of Warcraft. You saw that, like, when he went to see CLG at Madison Square Garden, he loved esports. He had a great passion for the game.
He was there consistently too, and he was cheering them and everything. I saw him in. Saw him in
person. I have a picture with him.
He's a nice guy.
When we went to see Echo Fox and Cloud9, who were the top two teams back in 2018 spring, man, good old days, right? Last year. We were almost side by side with Rick Fox. He was on the other side, and we were on the side. I was cheering. He was cheering. We had a great time, and talking to him for that quick 5-minute span that I got a chance to talk to him. You get this. He wasn't faking it for the camera. He wasn't being a person that he wasn't. That he was just faking for people. And this is really who he was. He genuinely loved esports. He bought his own team, and he really did bring light to the esports scene in general. And the fact of the matter is, people have to understand there's racist people still in the world. I mean, the reason why it's more hidden is because it's obviously on your phone. Like, I can call him the N-word all the time through my phone if I wanted to, but face to face, there's a reason why that shareholder didn't do that, because obviously,
Rick Fox is 6'5".
Yeah, and he's got really, really big fists. He would honestly beat the crap out of you. God, his hands are huge. So that's the reason why I think racism, even in esports, which doesn't really get talked about too much, that doesn't get talked about a lot, because if people are doing it, they're doing it through this. So you're never ever going to know. And that's why this is a actual really big thing, because you wouldn't think that people involved in esports would actually go that route, because, there are people that generally have played video games. But when you include it with like shareholders and stuff who've, been in the real world compared to who people have been more or less in a virtual world their whole life, it's a lot different. And I don't think this person liked taking rules from a darker skinned person. I think that's a big reason why that happens a lot.
I mean, let's go. Shareholders aren't really directly controlled by the person they give money. Again, they're just there for a share in the company, and that's the biggest reason. I think he didn't care enough. On top of the fact that
there's making threats to his family, that's different too.
There's a different, because I think that the type of shareholders who get into this are somewhat invested in the scene, and they don't like. The reason that they're into this is because, again, video game people, they survive off of the anonymous factor. They're able to say whatever they want, and I don't feel like he translated that very well. I think that he didn't understand the concept of repercussions, and I hope he does face some, because that's unacceptable that he got rid of what I would say is one of the most important one of the biggest faces in the esports scene was essentially he's gone now because of the fact that the guy acted like a child.
So far, they have an ongoing investigation. Sonic Fox, you guys know who Sonic Fox is. He's the furry guy who was a video game player, right? Is that Sonic Fox? Yeah, he said he hopes Rick Fox doesn't leave. He's a great person. See, so how does that pose towards Echo Fox staying in the actual league?
I mean, again, they have no what's it called? Like again, a lot of the things as to why people got chosen was like their ability to stay. No, their ability to stay. The amount of like recognition they can get from specific things. Like CLG was a big name. He's always been a big name, just like TSM and all that stuff. Rick Fox was probably the sole reason. If not for him, I don't think they would have made it. It's not just the money they made.
Yeah, you'd probably be seeing Immortals right now in here.
No, we wouldn't, because Immortals had no chance.
Oh, that's sad.
They didn't have a chance. They weren't going to make it. It probably would have been like FaZe or something, if not.
Oh, that would have been pretty cool. Faze? Is it Faze or FaZe? Some people call him Faze.
No one calls it Faze. If you call it Faze, you're stupid.
Well, because Europeans,
Europeans are stupid if they call it Faze. How about that?
Like, so if he leaves, I was just confused. Like, how would that actually pose? Because would his organization just leave league then? And he would stay in other esports?
I mean, if they don't have the recognition factor, I don't think they're going to gain as much income. So I think they're going to lose a lot of their revenue. It's going to become like it's not going to become as profitable as it was before, and they're going to have to probably leave. I do not think this team is going to stick around for very long unless Rick Fox comes back, and he's not going to come back unless that shareholder's gone. It's idiotic that the guy is he has to act like an adult. There's no reason.
They said this was going on for weeks. This wasn't like a month thing.
Exactly. None of the other shareholders stepped in. That's idiotic. They're
maybe
cowards.
He's the top shareholder and you can't say anything because you're under him and he could fire you.
You can't fire anybody. You can again, it comes down to like a board of trustees and all that. Like similar to that.
Yeah.
They just have a say in what the company's like they have a portion. Like if you have like a specific amount of stocks, and you get that much say in what's it called, depending on how much stocks you have. All of your stocks go into whatever you say. So what he had is probably a lot of stocks. Okay. He had a lot of shares in the company, so he got a lot of say in what the company did.
I mean, obviously, he said he was raising capital to get it back because he had a lot of less control last year.
Who did?
Rick Fox. That's the reason why all of those decisions happened with like Phoenix and stuff like that, and a lot of the other parts of his team.
I mean, again, I think Rick Fox is my favorite person in the league. I've been a Lakers fan for years, and he was.
Sadly, we still are.
I don't care if they're good.
You were a Warriors fan since the '90s. You said last night.
But that was only just so I could rub it in my dad's face because Warriors were doing good.
There's Kobe up there.
Kobe, we got Lamar Odom.
Yeah.
Ryan Butler. There's no Shaq up there, dude. That's literally Lamar Odom. Are you talking about Luke Walton?
He's white. He has Derek Fisher there too.
Derek Fisher's not on that.
He has a Laker poster right there of Kobe when he had hair.
Yeah, I was just saying, like,
overall, I think that the whole racism thing. See, that's the thing, though. Is this more of a common thing, just because we're hearing about it now, or is this just a one-time thing? Because this can't be just a one-time thing.
I mean, it's not a one-time thing. Again, racist people don't just become racist out of nowhere. He's been racist for a while, and he started speaking up. There's a lot of people who are pretty much undercover racists, and they'll pop up whenever they need to. Again, a lot of people, when they get the chance or when they have enough power, just like to show it off to other people. He was probably in a position of power. He might have had a little more say than Rick Fox in terms of just shares at that point. And he wanted to rub it in his face because Rick Fox was trying to say something that he didn't want to happen. So it's idiotic. I think the guy was on a power trip. There was no reason for him to act like that.
I think he should be fired. And if he's threatening family, that's way different.
Well, if it's a threat, then I honestly think, again, threats are under that could probably, what's it called? An act of terrorism. I forgot what it's called, but he could definitely go to jail for that, which would be awesome. I think it'd be pretty cool.
So the highly underrated part of the actual article is that people under this guy knew that was happening. Would you consider those people racist?
I don't think they're. I mean, again, it comes down to being cowards. They didn't want to be in a position of fighting. What's it called?
Choosing a side.
They didn't want to be in conflict. They were trying to hide from it. I don't think they're directly racist, but I do think they accept racist behavior, which is something that I don't think is a good quality, but. I mean, again, I don't blame them nearly as much as I do, but again, they are definitely at fault here. They should have said something. There's no reason a guy should be allowed to speak that much about something that, I mean, again, is common knowledge you shouldn't say.
Yeah. I think that it's not confirmed that he's leaving, like he hasn't exactly announced it himself, but so I would hope that, he is he works on, himself just for a little bit. Maybe holding an esports team is a little bit harder than what most people expect, and
I don't think
you have to go with like, okay, maybe he might need a break from esports for just like a split, maybe like 3 months. But and here are a couple of things that happened. We asked about the report. A spokesperson for EchoFox provided with the following statement: emphasis in the original. There have been incidents in recent weeks in which a limited partner of the EchoFox organization, which is not an employee, officer, or director of EchoFox, used a racial epithet. What is that? Epithet towards individuals, both verbally and via email. One such incident was detailed in media accounts today, and although that incident was not directed towards an employee, officer, member, or shareholder of EchoFox, racial intolerance connected to EchoFox is entirely unacceptable. There have been other reported incidences where the shareholder in question used this same vile language towards Rick Fox. Personally, these incidents are especially significant for us as EchoFox boasts an unparalleled level of diversity in its principal ownership, group management, leadership, and player base. Upon being made aware of the incidents, the company has made various demands to the offending investor, including the investor's disassociation from the company, and we are continuing to work diligently toward this end.
Has anybody ever like? I think it comes down to my biggest thing.
He hasn't responded yet, so this is just a rumor that he might be leaving.
Yeah. I've always thought about it. Just like two of the most attractive basketball players ever, in my opinion, are Kobe Bryant and Rick Fox. Look at this dude.
Man,
do you see him?
Could you imagine his arms around you?
I guess so. Obviously, I think that the big problem here is going to be whether or not the repercussions do come to their shareholder. Because if they don't, I doubt he's going to stay. I'd like him to stay again. My favorite owner in the entire league. I do like him the most. It'd be nice.
He did comment actually.
What?
He said he said he confirmed that he was leaving on April 19th. So that was about a week ago, right? In an email, he said, "I will not support nor be associated with such behavior and attitudes displayed at the shareholder level. Racism is an anathema to what my personal brand strives for."
Hold up. Give me.
I can't read it all.
Anathema to what my personal brand strives for, and tolerating any form of discrimination such as this is not acceptable.
So yeah, he confirmed it's over. He's done. So.
I mean, again, how long ago did he say that? Because yesterday,
April 19th.
Again, it's still not confirmed that he's even leaving.
But that kind of like solidifies it, though.
It doesn't. He literally talked about it yesterday. There's no solidification of whether or not he's leaving. I still think he might stay, and I'd prefer if he did. He's an awesome dude.
Yeah, his arms are really sexy.
So, all around, pretty much it. If you have any comments,
leave them in the description box below.
I guess.
We haven't got a chance to do a news video together in a while. I usually just do them by myself.
Yeah, we're kind of late on this one, though.
But, I mean, most people haven't even talked about it, honestly. So we're going to get tons of thousands of views.
I hope not. So,
really?
No. All right, see you later.